Hey there, I stream every Friday. Now you might have missed that, but don't worry, because the highlight channel for it is finally here. So go check it out now, because new videos will be uploaded there every week. Now the mushroom has to be one of the most famous power-ups in the entire series and is known by everyone. But there's one type of them that's even more interesting than a normal type will ever be. The Mega Mushroom. A powerful item that turns Mario into a giant. However, how did this power-up evolve over time in terms of use, gameplay, design, and story? Well, let's find out.
Dr.Wily.
Now, a lot of people think that this power-up was first seen in New Super Mario Bros., but that isn't true at all. Sure, they promoted the hell out of it on the box art, in trailers, and in footage, but it was actually seen for the very first time in a spin-off game. They first appear in Mario Party 4, this time with a light green cap, which is quite different from the design seen in New Super Mario Bros. They let the player roll 2 dice blocks, which can move you 2 to 20 spaces. However, it also has another effect. It makes the player grow to an overwhelmingly gigantic size and flatten other players as they stomp across the board, stealing 10 coins from them. So while it wasn't seen for the first time in the 2D revival, it still has a similar effect to what it would have in that game. You just run across the board, destroying everything and taking it all, which can be incredibly handy when someone is in lead and you can use this to get them. So from the start it already had a similar role to what it would have in the end. However, it was seen in another game before, a remake. While the Mega Mushroom itself doesn't make an appearance in the DS remake of Super Mario 64, the Super Mushroom has the exact same effect. It temporarily makes the characters giant, and they can destroy anything in their path. However, it greatly reduces their jumping abilities. The players will earn an extra life for every object destroyed from the 8th onward. So it basically has the exact role it would have in New Super Mario Bros. And later titles. So from the start, this was clearly the plan. It's interesting to see it in this game though. It was actually seen in a 3D game before it was ever shown in 2D. It also has a bit of an open world, so you could go anywhere. This game probably gave you the most freedom out of any of the titles when it comes to using the Mega Mushroom. However, you were still limited by time. However, if that wasn't there, then it would be way too powerful for sure. And so we arrive at the time period where Nintendo finally hopped back on the 2D side-scroller train. Here they again make Mario grow to a giant size, but look different and aren't the normal Super Mushroom anymore. In the E3 2005 trailer build, and at least one of the 2005 demo builds of the game, it did have the same colors as the Super Mushroom though, but it was changed to orange and red in the final version. This is because of the fact that the normal mushroom is also seen in the game, so to not confuse them, they made a new special look for the one that makes you giant. Now in this colossal form, Mario can stomp across the level and crush anything in his path. Enemies, blocks, warp pipes, and even the flagpole at the end of the level. So it still has the same roles in the very first game, however, thanks to the fact that it's a 2D side-scroller, they added something to it. When items are crushed by Mario, the bar at the top starts to fill up with yellow, and as it fills up, it turns green. After Mario's size reduces again, a 1-up mushroom appears for each green segment filled, with a maximum of 5 1-ups. Now, this is similar to what they did in Super Mario 64 DS, but this time it's more like a minigame. And that's also because of the linear path created by the side-scrolling levels. It feels more like a special segment inside one of the levels, similar to stuff like Coin Heavens, which is, to be honest, a good thing in my opinion. It's clear what's happening from the start, and that the more you destroy, the better it is. Now it also makes you basically unbeatable, so of course these mushrooms are rarely found. It can even be used to kill bosses, which can make it a bit overpowered. However, despite that, this power-up together with its small counterpart, the mini mushroom, played a giant role in this title. But remember, this was not its first appearance, even though a lot of people think it was. Now after this, it was seen in the second New Super Mario Bros. Game for the 3DS, and was similar in a lot of ways. But one iconic thing was removed, the meter. So the minigame element of the power-up was kind of gone, which is a huge loss for sure. And some of you might be thinking, what about the Wii title? Why is it not seen there? Well, the Mega Mushroom was originally going to return in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but was removed from the final game for unknown reasons. So it was supposed to be there, but in the end it was just cut. And I think I have an idea why they might have ditched it. The Wii title had a big focus on multiplayer, which could be a problem when combined with the Mega Mushroom that would alter the layout of a level, because the player who used it would destroy everything. They would also take up a big part of the screen, limiting other players, so maybe that's why they cut it. Now after this, it actually returned to a 3D title and wasn't really seen in any of the 2D games anymore. It works as it did in New Super Mario Bros. 2, however if someone ground pounds, they now create a small shockwave that hits all nearby blocks and enemies. Besides that, they're basically the same. Some minor differences here and there, but that's it. This time around, its role is more similar to what it was in the New Super Mario Bros. Games, because Super Mario 3D World was quite linear after all compared to Super Mario 64 DS. Now after this, it wasn't seen in the main series anymore. However, there's one spin-off title that used it back in the day, when it was used the most, and I want to take a look at it. I'm talking about Mario Kart Wii. Now in addition to growing bigger, this item causes the character's voice to get much deeper. Furthermore, it offers you the ability to squash other players for a certain amount of time, reducing their speed and making them lose their items. When this item is active, the player receives a good speed boost and cannot slow down when going off-road, and they are invincible to all dangerous things, except for a few. So while we didn't get it in the Wii version of New Super Mario Bros., it was seen here. Now the reason why I want to take a look at it here is because it's incredibly powerful. Too powerful. You could survive almost anything, got quite the speed boost, and could even damage other players with little to no effort. This might be the reason why we only saw it in one main series Mario Kart game. It's clearly too much. And this is kind of where it all ends. It was seen in some spin-off titles here and there, but nothing new was done with it. Now if it will ever return is unknown, but if it does, then it's certainly a big surprise. Before you go, be sure to check out Wily Streams. The best bits of every live stream will end up there, so go check it out. Thanks for watching everybody, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to watch more videos, be sure to click the annotations on screen right now and just watch more, click the bell button, subscribe, yay!